One might say that God, in a good mood, has decided to help everybody, to ward off evil from everywhere, to intervene in favor of all his creatures and lead them towards a bright future. But there is another way to read the story, one relating to historical facts, scientific, scholarly facts. In the eyes of secular scholars, the plot is actually natural and accurate, for it reflects the spirit and the law of the Code of Hammurabi, as illustrated in documents originating with the Nuzi tribes in the northeast of Iraq. For example, and I quote a text from that law, if Gilimniu, a woman, bears her husband Shenimma children, he will not take another wife. But if Gilimniu is unfruitful, it is she who will choose a woman for her husband, unquote. Which is precisely what Sarah did in giving Hagar to Abraham. The Code of Hammurabi adds another provision to this law. And I quote again, if the woman chosen by the wife becomes disrespectful, she loses her new status and becomes a slave again, unquote. Here again is exactly what happened to Abraham's family. Seen from this angle, that of the ancient culture and environment to which Abraham belonged, the biblical story evolves according to the logic and the law of the time. And all the characters are right, except, of course, for Hagar. On the simplest level, she is guilty of arrogance. She got what she deserved. She had only to respect the rules of the game. Arrogance must get its due. Social transgressions must be punished. Had Hagar not shown disdain towards her mistress, she would have remained in her home, respected and happy. By violating the customs, she put herself in jeopardy. And Sarah was right when she turned to Abraham, the master of the house, the supreme and all-powerful judge, to mete out just punishment to the guilty, disrespectful woman. Since she knew the law, she also knew the nature of the punishment, and she had the right, if not the duty, to remind him of it. We therefore have here a clear and simple situation, dramatic no doubt, but without any problems. Only we prefer to follow our own tradition. A story is studied in terms of its own values, coming from its own depth, and the Code of Hammurabi is of interest to us, but the Torah alone can explain the Torah. Moshe kibel Torah meSinai, and Moses received the Torah at Sinai, is what characterizes Judaism. Everything connects us to Sinai, because everything comes from Sinai. The light must come from the text itself. Hafochba, ve'afochba, the kulaba. You turn and return every page in the law, in the Torah. Everything is in it. It means the questions and the answers are all in the text.